Welcome back. It is your Rocket Lads Friday night show with Slick and our special guest, Phoenix Rain.
How's it
Welcome
going,
to
everyone?
the Friday night
Give
show.
a huge warm welcome to Phoenix Rain, looking fly over there.
Yeah, that's it. I
Get some clap emojis in the chat, please.
Well, you
Q-tips
wouldn't be
my-
allowed. You wouldn't be allowed here if you weren't wearing a tie. So it was,
Q-tips
true,
my
that's true.
ears, everything.
Man, that's good. That's good. You're in the main studio there, rocking the same background as the background being displayed. It's a little backgroundception.
Oh yeah, I see. Oh, I see that. Yeah, yeah. But you know,
Right.
we're getting pretty big, Rocket Lads. So you know, they bring us into the studio sometimes now. The devs, Psionics, good friends now.
Good. That's good. Yeah, I'm reporting from Neo Tokyo, and Slick is reporting from directly on the field.
I'm on the pitch right now. Yeah.
He actually never even
Mayfield.
left from our last game. That's how dedicated Slick is.
Thankfully, the
He's
players
Cars whizzing
they're
around
not
you?
here. No, I'm not in danger. It's okay.
Safe. It's a safe reporting practice.
Safe. Yes.
Well, where do we begin? If you just watched the Fartier Motos versus Sweet and Sour Rocketeers, you'll
Great
know.
games. Great
Fantastic.
Oh.
Beautifully casted by Phoenix Rain. You'll know that Fartier clinched 7th and Sweet and Sour will clinch 5th. However,
Good for them. Good for them.
the standings are still not quite set. Second and third are still up to debate because the final game of the round robin, which is this Sunday, is against Miracle Whiff and Sweet and Sour Rocketeers. If Miracle Whiff loses all three, they will drop to third, or they will stay in third, and Balls Boost Battlestar Galactica will stay second.
That's not happening. That's not happening.
Hey, I mean, anything can happen.
Predictions by Slick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you asked me,
predictions,
man.
but,
Miracle Whip is taking second place. Sorry, BBBG.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Great try, kid.
Well, there's an early prediction. Most people probably predicting the same, but Sweet and Sour gonna probably use that fuel of all the haters or the disbelievers, maybe. You never know. I don't know. It depends. There's a lot
Prove
of
me wrong.
factors in
I
that
dare
game.
you.
Well, you know what's funny is you'll have to face Sweet and Sour either way in that first round
In the
matchup.
playoffs?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Balls of Fury locked into Sweet and Sour, so it doesn't really matter for them. You know, they don't even have a choice to, hey, let's secretly throw this because we don't want to play Balls of Fury, because who would, right?
Right.
They got to play us. There's no way out. There's no way out for Sweet and Sour Rocketeers.
That is too funny.
Yeah, even if they were to win all three games, Balls of Fury did beat them in the season series, so they would stay at 5th. But they're beating all three teams for the sake of Balls Boost Battlestar Galactica. So,
Looking forward to it.
what does that mean for first round matchups? Well, obviously, Balls of Fury and Sweet and Sour Rocketeers are a lock.
There, yeah, that's
Snap,
locked.
crackle.
That's locked in.
Snap, snap, crackle, pop.
Let's go.
will
Let's
place
go. Let's
the
go.
wild card winner. Cookies and Cream is going to have to wait, and so is Fartier. We just don't know conclusively who's going to win that, but if Miracle takes one win, that's basically it. They'll play
Yeah, that's
Fartier, and Balls will do Cookies and Cream. So those two teams are still waiting for their death matchup in the first round.
Oh, man.
Um,
These playoffs are going to be crazy.
It's going to be insane.
gonna be
The
insane.
wild card game, we'll have a preview for that next week, next Friday, in place of any matches. 8th Protocol, Ballroom Blitz, both of them at that bottom spot there. 8th Protocol has, they are in 8th. They are the 8th Protocol.
Is that what they were trying for all along? Was that the end goal?
I wonder. Maybe, we'll see.
How does that
But,
series break down? So they're going to play a wild card game, 8th Protocol and Ballroom Blitz, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And is it just simply a best of 3 as usual?
It's a best of 5.
A best
so
of
this will
5.
be,
Yeah.
and the rest of the playoffs will also be a best of 5 up until the finals, which is a best of 7.
Fantastic.
Bracket
Getting
reset
serious
included.
now.
Yeah,
Best
3v3
of
goes hard. Go hard. 3v3.
What are we thinking for? Are we saving that for next week for those two teams?
Yeah, I don't want to go too much into it since next week we need
All right.
content for
Yeah,
next week.
that's
so
juicy. We'll
let's,
save it. That's juicy. That's
let's
juicy
just
stuff.
let's just save that for now. Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
Lego and I both challenged, though, to grow a longer beard by next week than Slick. I think we
Yeah,
got a
if my
chance.
parents let me do that.
Yeah.
Focus really
They're
hard.
always like, shave it. I'm like, no.
No.
I end up shaving it. So,
All right. I just need you to come on with like black cardboard or black poster board or something.
Oh,
on your
wait.
face.
I have an idea. All right, I'm gonna reveal it next week. Next week, just tune in and we're gonna have
On.
beards. All right, we're
Beard
both gonna
wars.
have beards.
Love it.
Um, where's this direction of the show going now?
So we covered the standings. Anything else of note within the standings of guys jostling around, teams jostling around, even down near the end as far as playoff positions?
No, I mean Cookies
Yeah,
and
that's-
Cream, Fartier separated by 2 wins there.
Pretty much locked.
Eighth and Ballroom 2 wins. Like everything's pretty well locked.
Do you guys want to
it's just
touch
that
on the
two
cool
second and
stats
third.
that ended up being posted today?
You want to look at some stats?
I love the stats, man.
Yeah, stats are great.
You like the stats? All right, let's look at some stats.
I'm
Let's,
the stats man.
Hey, it's copyright, man. You get too
Oh,
close.
sorry.
DMCA is already on our butts.
They didn't even recognize what he's saying, so we're fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. it's
That
fine,
was
we're good.
unrecognizable.
It was so off key that it.
Well, it wasn't that off. I mean, you don't have to. I'm sure they recognized it.
We'll see once we get the copyright strike. Oh boy! All right, well, Mr. Stats Man, what kind of stats you got for us?
Yeah,
this
hit us. Hit us with some juicy stats. What's going on?
Okay, there was a stat that I loved. Obviously, Mr. Speedy over there, Lego,
Hi.
with the time while you are supersonic. Oh, let me move over to players. I'm on teams right now. Yeah, time supersonic was 14.11%, which might not seem like a big number, but for like the amount of time out of 100%, you are going supersonic speed almost 15% of the time. That's a lot. I mean, you're going hard. You're going ham all the time.
I like going fast. It's you see, I don't get to see the trail too often. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it's a
Oh.
customization for a reason. I gotta use it.
That's just that stat alone is just such a huge gap between you and the bottom player at 2%. Only supersonic speed 2% of all of his games. Like,
Is that me?
no, it's not. It's not you.
You're sitting at a respectable 6%, so that's pretty good.
I mean, you
Fantastic.
gotta try. You gotta be trying to go slow at that point, right? Another stat I thought was funny was the low air and high air. How much time a player spends in that airspace, and we've got Metabee. He spends 40% of his time in low air. That's almost half of his time. He's not touching the ground.
That's,
Dominus is way too heavy to get up there. That's the problem. Trash car.
Trash
That's
car.
crazy.
Trash car. Yeah, no, I'm on him with this one. I mean, come on, you got a long car and you still miss mid-air.
And then
No.
JC Newbie was killing me with those stats. So funny. The JC Newbie defender, the goalie of the year without getting the saves, I guess. But he's always in goalie, last defender. So funny.
Hey, as long as it gets the opponent scared, that's all that matters. You see him
What
back there, you're
percentage
like,
of the time?
oh.
So it worked out to like a time, and it was an hour and 8 minutes total that he was the last defender.
Oh,
He
wow.
He spent over an hour being the last guy in the net for his team.
Wow. Hey, that's I'm slow
I'm
clapping that.
I mean, like,
I'm not-
come on, JC.
That's insane.
I'm not saying it's a strategy, but I can't.
I mean, he
say
didn't have a lot
anything.
of saves, so I don't know what he was doing back there.
Hey,
But
man. Padding his stat.
JC got hey, as long as he gets W, that's all that matters. He comes up clutch, man. Don't knock on JC. He knows what he's
Awesome.
doing.
It's so good.
That's a good one. It tracks quite a bit of stuff, eh?
It does.
That's
It really
great.
does.
Yeah.
That's good to see.
The other one I want to call out Liquid Wayne because he called out himself earlier. The
Give it to us. Give it to us. Here it goes,
Yeah.
Liquid.
the wasted boost. If you're using boost while you're supersonic, Liquid Wayne took that by a landslide.
Did he?
In second place was a total of about 8,800 boost used, and then Liquid Wayne comes in with a 10.6, like 2,000 more boosts than the guy next to him.
Who's the guy in second?
Who's the guy next to him? Is Martian. And then it's me.
Oh yeah, all right, there.
Well,
That's what I was waiting though.
What's the point of going supersonic if you're not going to waste boost?
Yeah, I gotta get those demos.
Come on, guys, it's a mental game. Like, let's be real here.
The audio cue you're after. Yeah, actually, honestly, it wasn't until this season that I even found out you didn't have to hold that down. So for me, I thought for sure I'd be way up there with the waste.
Oh man, yeah. So you've improved huge.
Yeah, well,
It's funny.
Learning how the game is played is a great way to improve your game.
Wayne still always has boost. Yeah.
That tip is for free, people.
That's free, everybody. You want some more? Hit me up. It's at $5.com. You can check it out.
Very useful site.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Are they real? We're claiming that, that domain. We're grabbing that domain.
That is real, yeah.
We're grabbing that domain. It's copyright now. So you want to use it, you pay us.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What else you got?
I love the shots as well. My 114 shots I managed this season.
Oh wow. And goals to boot for those shots?
That
only
31%.
35. Only 35 goals. But my shooting percentage is still not the lowest in
almost 33%, right? Almost.
Okay, but 31%.
I think I'm like 16th in the league for shooting percentage, but for shots, I'm definitely number one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It just shows how many freestyles you made. I had to. I'm sorry.
I shoot my shot every time I can.
Well, Wayne Gretzky said, "Don't shoot your shot."
I'm pretty sure that's not the quote.
No, that's not. That's not what he said.
That's definitely what he said, guys.
That's what he said. Yeah.
It's what he said. I'm next step.
100% of the shots you don't take don't score. Something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
The demos.
That's got to be Lego.
It's actually second place is Liquid Wayne with 24 demos.
Yeah, he's filthy with those.
Yeah,
in a good way.
Me. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're 22. You're tied for third with James. With James there. Yeah, number one is 30 demos coming from me.
Wow, look at even Josh Shola up there with 21 demos, solid for what, 6th place there? I would not have thought that.
He's got 16 demos.
Oh, are we still on demo? Oh, you know what? I'm watching the stream on a little bit of a delay, so I'm probably looking at your last stat.
Oh yeah.
He's 16 demos in. Still not bad.
That's not bad at all.
No, for somebody probably not playing for him.
Of course, the slowest player is last place for demos. Red Wreck. Sorry, buddy.
You got to be there to get demos.
You got to be there.
Got to come out to matches.
But then I love
100% of the matches you show up for, you have a chance to get a demo win. Wayne Gretzky also said that.
He also said that.
The lesser known Wayne Gretzky quote.
We interviewed him personally, guys. All right, we got the clips.
But only slightly less known is.
A little bit.
I was gonna make another award earlier that was like award like why am I even here for like the most demos taken, being demoed the most. And if I did do that would go to Spudsy. Spudsy got demoed 17 times.
Polar Bear and Trentino are close behind him with 16 each.
They are.
So I think they want to know who has the most goals. I think at this point in time it's you, is it not, Slick? Most
No,
goals?
actually, I was close. The most goals does go to the man right over there. I don't know which direction you're
He's
in.
actually above you.
I'm not on the screen, but
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're not on the screen. But it's
he's what the Brady father used to be compared to you if you were Marcia. Oh no, they don't see the way we see.
That went right over my head. Right over my r/whoosh guy.
You guys haven't had any Zoom Brady bunch jokes? Unbelievable.
Nope.
You gotta get caught up. There's a lot of memes. Great memes. You're missing them all.
Sorry, Chad. I'll answer your question now.
Yes, do.
Most goals went to Lego My Ego for 38 goals, almost 40 goals. We got the Maurice. What is it? Maurice Richard
Maurice
Award.
Richard.
Richard.
We're
I
gonna go with
don't
Richard.
know.
I think that's. I don't know.
Texas,
Golden
okay,
striker
Zoomer.
in soccer. I don't know.
Okay, Zoomer. Whatever.
I was close though. I was only 3 goals behind you? Yeah, I was only 3 goals behind you.
I think you not saving one of those replays really hurt your.
Oh,
goals there.
Yes, I did.
oh no!
So-
It's still on stream. I can find out.
Nope.
Yeah.
I think
All
we'd
right.
be tied, but
You talk about some stuff. I'm gonna figure
you
this
stole
out.
it from me last season, so I'll take it this season.
I can't believe I forgot to save that replay.
So who's got most saves? Have we got a stat there on that? I
Oh,
like to
yeah.
see that. Best defensive player so far. Well, not that that means that, but who's got the most saves?
That is going to
Polar
actually
Bear?
Polar
No.
Bear. Yeah, that goes
Oh,
to
wow.
Polar Bear.
Congrats, Polar Bear. How many?
Yeah. Wait.
Oh,
30,
21.
37.
30. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of saves, man. My goodness. And how I want to know if he had 37 saves, what was his time being last defender?
Last minute stat check.
Yeah. Where is he?
Assist.
He's
got the most
super low
assists,
here.
bro.
See, Polar Bear. What?
He makes a save and then he gets out. I suppose.
Polar Bear was second last in time being last defender in the league, and yet he has the most saves. That's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Dang.
That's
So
kinda
he's
cool.
just coming in
Makes-
clutch every time, I guess.
It's just like, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna make the save and then I'm out. Bye, guys.
Damn.
See
Good on
next,
you, Polar
see you
Bear.
next shot.
What was Polar Bear's MMR? What rank is Polar Bear?
Champ 1, I believe.
Diamond 3.
High diamond, low champ, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
GG's
Pretty
Polar Bear. Nice. Surprising stat, actually, I thought was Mr. Salty leading the scores for assists. He's the assist king.
Yeah, he
Nice.
wanted to. Yeah, it's interesting. Normally he likes to go for those freestyles,
Yeah,
but
I
he's
know.
passing this year.
He's passing. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened to him.
It's like he stopped freestyling.
Where's the
No.
real Salty?
It's like
Show
he
me the
started
real Salty.
rotating.
I won't believe
There's
No
something
way.
wrong with these stats. Let's take them down. We gotta fix this.
Guys, we need help here. Oh
goodness.
yeah. Chat is noticing that some of these are not entirely accurate. Part of which is because some replays weren't saved.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Cookies and Zach.
Okay, I forgot to save one.
I won.
And nobody else in the game saved them?
Nope.
Nobody?
Nope.
Yeah,
Apparently
it's
not.
not likely to change a whole lot here. Most of this stuff, well, like some of these leaders and all these stats have been far and away clear cut.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
for
there was a few tight ones, but other than that, it's not changing a whole lot.
sure. No, definitely not.
Very close. Very, very close. Very, very interesting. Oh, Chikudakan has 35 saves. Give him Polar Bear for a run for his money. But they still have another 3 replays to be uploaded, so those could fluctuate a little bit more.
Definitely, like
Yeah.
a lot of the stats though are really close. So good on everybody because all these games have been super good. Absolutely.
Good roundup towards the end of the season, yeah. It's perfect. Yeah. Teams have been really close. A lot of close calls. It's a long season, but everybody gets better at the end of it, and that's what we're trying to aim for. So
Exactly.
it's been looking good. Everybody's been doing real good. Been real impressed with everybody in the tournament so far.
I saw a stat today. One of the guys posted of all the teams and what has happened. I think it might have been Nias working on it or someone. All the teams and what has happened in their individual MMRs since Rocket League has started. Of course, our Rocket lads does not affect their rank, but guys are practicing a lot more. They're working a lot more. Any guesses on every single team but one, I believe, if I'm reading that correctly, increased their MMR?
Yeah, there was one team that decreased.
One team that decreased, and since Slick obviously knows who it is, Lego, you want to take a shot at that? Any guesses? Only one team decreased their MMR
Don't look at it. Just guess.
by about 100. He's looking at it. I can tell. Look at him look at
Like,
that.
stop looking at it.
You
I mean,
filthy
I was
looker.
gonna say cookies and cream anyway, but
It was not. It was not cookies and cream.
cream.
No.
It was balls of fury. What I saw, we were dead last there with.
No, we
we-
didn't go down.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? Am I not reading
Well,
that correctly?
we went down in power rankings. That's what happened.
Oh, I thought it was our MMR that went down.
No.
Am I reading that wrong?
I think
I thought
it's
we were at
8.
about 2,600, and then we finished at like 25 or something collectively. So it adds
No.
all of our team MMR all up together.
Yeah, so if you look at it was Josh.
We'll blame Nth James for this one.
Oh, is Nth James that did that work? I want to shout out to
Yeah.
him. Yeah, it wasn't
Nth
nice.
James just did the first one. But yours was correct, right, Chikudakan? Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if you look
what
at
is that voice?
if you look at Chikudakan's
Wrong one.
if you show it'll show his the start of the round robin in the end. You can see
Okay.
8th protocol started at 2,743 collective MMR. They actually
Right.
dropped almost 200 MMR.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I did have that. I was looking at that wrong. Yeah. Beauty.
So unfortunate for them.
That looked like a Foodland receipt, not a. You put the right one up?
No.
Actually, Sweet
Okay,
and
that
Salty,
one's the right one, Dax. That one's the right one. There you
Sweet
go.
and Salty also went down.
Oh, here we go.
They went down 50 MMR.
SCP went up. Yeah, it's so big difference. There's Fartier Motives went up about 300.
Oh, it actually went up quite a bit.
Ballroom Blitz went up 200. Miracle Whiff went up about another 2-ish,
Miracle Whiff went up.
300-ish. Ballroom Battlestar Galactica went up, but they'll stay at the middle. They went up
Yeah,
to
they
about
stayed in the
200.
power rankings.
I was just reading straight across. I didn't realize. Right.
Okay, yeah.
See, I would do that, but I just don't know about that because I also feel like that's not a good representation of the teams. Sure, your MMR can be up there, but
Well, I think
you
we
don't
should still
if you don't
use it.
execute on the pitch.
So
Yeah,
looking at this and seeing all the games happen in the round robin, what I'll start with you there, Phoenix. What do you think? Which team do you think is going to come out on top in the playoffs? Like win it all?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm biased towards one team in particular because I love our
No.
team, and I mean, and honestly, there's in my mind, there's 4 teams that have a chance at really being out there. Obviously, Snap, Crackle, and Pop. They're probably Snap, Crackle, Pop is probably what everyone's thinking. Okay, these are the guys that are they're gonna. Did I say it wrong? What am I missing here? Snap, Crackle,
Nope.
Pop.
Yeah, you got you got it.
Oh, okay.
I'm whispering at Zach. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Snap, Crackle, Pop. Obviously, Snap, Crackle, Pop, Miracle Whiff. I'm going to include Balls of Fury in that top grouping because while they did start off the season, we started off the season with a couple of early losses, big wins, dominating wins all the way through after that. So they're, I would say, right up there. And then as far as teams that I would say watch out for who have a chance if they can keep playing the way they are capable of playing. Believe it or not, you're going to probably laugh at me, but I'm going to say Cookies and Cream is my dark horse.
Whoa.
That's going to be my dark horse pick.
Whoa.
I would agree with that to a degree. They
really
dark horse pick. Yeah, I'm not saying they're favored, but if I had to pick like long money for someone who may come through, I'd pick Cookies and Cream.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
I would say that as well. Metabee last year too with Atmos had that kind of ball boys.
Ball boys.
Both of them are the best, right? But then Metabee and Atmos, both of them kind of came back and showed them what's what.
That's still kind of an open wound if we want to talk about
I'm
something
gonna,
else.
No, I'm just gonna. I'll stop there. But I say is that Metabee, if he can pull his team back to that kind of, hey, we got this kind of thing, they can do that if he can work his magic. I would agree with that pick as a dark horse, but they need to step it up.
Well, and it needs to be an all-around win. Like, I mean, obviously, everybody on a team pitches in. Everybody needs to do their job. I know it sounds, that sounds so John Madden-ish, but really, when you see Cookies and Cream play lately, Cookies, he's going to have to do his thing. He's going to carry the team on his back. But the time when they have success is when Metabee steps up and plays to his high potential, and then they are not, I'm not going to say unstoppable, but they are very, very hard to beat when the two of those are working together really well and Metabee's playing at a high level. If Metabee's not playing at his highest level, the very same opposite happens to Cookies and Cream, and they are almost impossible to grab a win. So not to put all that pressure on Metabee, but they really need that middleman. And so one of you guys said earlier, I think it was actually, maybe it was Joshua and we were having fun one night. He said, you know what? It's that middle guy on each team that really can make a huge difference, steps up and play at a higher level than what maybe he came in at. A lot of them have progressed past, that the level they came in at. I know it's true for us, like L Train coming in, we knew what he was capable of, and he's doing so much more. And so it's been some success down the stretch for us too. So I think there's those teams that I said have a chance at that shot. It's because they have those middle guys. Those top guys are always going to do what they're going to do. They have those middle guys that can really make an epic difference. So that's why I picked those teams. So my teams are Snack, Crackle Pop, Miracle Whiff, or Balls of Fury, I'm going to say, and my dark horse is going to be Cookies and Cream. But I want to hear what you guys think.
Dang, I love that. Love it. All right, give it to me, Caleb. What do you got?
Okay. Yeah, I would agree. The top 4 teams right there, they all going to have a solid chance. I think their first round matchups are going to be a little nicer, but man, it's so hard because the problem that I have with Miracle Whiff is on any given day, Salty or Potato could be off, and that will ruin their entire game plan. Because if those two are playing off at any point, they're going to have problems, right? Dax, we love you, buddy, but if those two are not on their game, you're going to have a problem, right? They have a really good chance at winning, and they do. Salty and Potato have that chemistry, but if one of them's off, or their passes are getting intercepted, or they're getting demoed, they're tilted, that's the thing that I think is going to really throw that team over the board. And I want to see how they can handle that if they start getting demoed, if they're missing, if they're not playing well. Like, I want to see them really pull together, because a lot of the matches they have lost 2 in a row, and then they won that third one, but I want to see that in the playoffs, see when the pressure is up. Balls of Fury, good resurgence towards the end of the season. I think they've got a definite chance. You guys stepped up your play, all 3 of you. You've been looking better. That's good. I like that. Battlestar Galactica again. It's another it's another Miracle Whiff thing. Crow is really pumping that team. If he's off, the rest of the team is gonna have trouble.
Both. They'll have
but Crow is really a factor there. Josh is doing a great job coaching them as well. But if Crow is off, it's going to be a little tougher.
When Crow's on, though, dang, that's scary.
When Crow's on, it's hard. It's very hard to play against. But that's the thing, is if you get him off his game, you have a chance at that series. It's just everyone can really take it. Everyone has been close. 8th Protocol could take this wildcard game if they clutch up. That's the biggest difference. They just need to score those big goals and stop letting in big goals. Ballroom Blitz, again, if Jakudakon gets proper warm-up and is on fire, then him and his team of Trentino and Red Rack, they can absolutely destroy people, or keep it close at least, right? That's, the difference there. Sweet and Sour has impressed me a lot. They are a team to watch out for. They play a nice, consistent game, so you're gonna have to watch out for them. But I'm gonna go with Phoenix here and say that Cookies and Cream probably has a good chance of being a dark horse here as well.
All right.
Oh wow!
They just need to be.
Dang.
They just need to be on all cylinders. They need Motabee to step up and not be negative B. I don't know if we coined that just yet, but if he's playing good and he's being positive, he's playing fast, then we're good.
So give me 3 tops. 3 tops, 1 dark horse.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 tops. Okay, so Snap.
Yeah. Now that you've gone through all the teams, answer my actual question.
You're actually listen. I'm setting myself up here. All right. Okay, so top 3 is probably tough. Okay. Without saying my own team,
back to you? Okay.
If you actually feel your own team, say it. I mean, obviously,
fine.
you
All
can
right,
buy it.
all right.
If you feel it's legit, we can be professionals here.
Snap,
I mean,
snap, crackle,
you're
pop.
on the top
Have a
of the
good
board.
chance.
It'd be fair to say.
Say, I'm gonna say Battlestar Galactica and Balls of Fury. I'm not sure about Miracle Whip because I don't know when Salty
Yeah.
is gonna be on. I
Hold
don't
off
know
on
when
that
he's gonna be
Miracle Whip
off.
thing, because after I hear his, I have a question for you, and then you can say that I want to see what you have to say about Miracle Whip then. Hold on. So you would say Snap, Crackle, Pop, Battlestar Galactica,
Balls Boost,
Balls of Fury.
and then my Dark Horse is Cookies and Cream.
Okay, hold off on
Okay.
the Miracle Whip thing. I'm curious about that.
Okay.
You're up, Slick.
Sorry,
Oh,
I
boy.
take too long when I.
Yeah, geez, are we almost?
I
out of
like
time
to be
here?
thorough. All
We
right.
have time for my predictions?
No. No. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm thinking the top three. I've got Snap Crackle Pop is in there for sure. You guys are. I don't like playing you. A little
Fine.
overpowered, if you ask me, but that's
Coming
okay.
for the demo, Zach.
So Snap Crackle Pop, I've got Balls of Fury in there. I think we're gonna come out swinging in the playoffs. I think we've warmed up in the round robin. We found our game, and we're just gonna keep rolling with it. I think we're gonna do well. I think between BBB and G and Miracle Whiff, I've got to agree with you there, Caleb. I think Miracle Whiff might have some. I don't know why. I think they're gonna maybe mess up first round or something, and the reliability isn't there for me just yet. I gotta go with BBB and G for the other third there. I think that's the top three.
And Dark
For
Horse.
Dark Horse.
pick.
I don't believe in cookies and cream. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't see it happening. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I love it. I love it.
I think what's the main guy on Farterier or Farterier
It's Gamer's Web.
Gamers Web. So
I
Sweet
believe.
and Sour Rocketeers is my
Oh, brutal. So Sweet and Sour Rocketeers and James Martian, if only 24. That's your Dark Horse pick.
Yeah, that's my dark horse right there. I think they're gonna come out and I think they're gonna smack. Do they face Miracle Whiff or no? No, they face us.
They face you,
So
so
this first round, yeah. So if that's your Dark Horse
careful
pick,
with your words.
that's it.
So
Now
that's
you've
gonna
got
be a
it.
fantastic.
He's gone. Oh boy.
So okay, so every one of us though left one top 4 team out of our top 3, and that's why I said top 3, because I want to find out kind of why. I'll tell you, you guys are the same, so I'll tell you why I left Boost Balls Battlestar Galactica out. Seems ridiculous. Joshola, Crow, Talf, Joshola, crazy talented. Crow, way more talented than I thought he was even coming in. So many like aerials. I mean, unbelievable. All 3 of them, great guys, play well together. The reason I thought this was among those top teams, and you could say them, you could make the same argument for Balls of Fury in that, you look at Miracle Whiff, you look at Snap Crackle Pop, win percentage 83.33 for both of them %. And then Galactica 66.67 and us 60.87. The reason I picked Balls Boots, Battlestar Galactica to not be in there is everybody gets up to play Josh, right? It's Joshola. Okay, we don't want to lose to Josh. How are we gonna handle Josh? And anytime you play Josh and you have any measure of success, everyone says, "I was really happy with how we handled Josh," right? So for him to be, heads and shoulders that talented, the most talented guy in the tournament, we'll say obviously his rank would, and then to have a record of 66.67 win percentage, I think that's a big reflection to at least some degree at how hard teams are going to come out to try and play Josh. And I think because of that, they have a little more difficult road to the top than maybe others would have. Now that seems like a bit of a stretch, but that's why I didn't put them in there. They're going to have to battle real hard. If anyone's going to want to beat anybody, they're going to want to beat Josh.
I have to agree with you. Seeing Josh on the pitch is like, all right, it's serious time.
Go time. Go time, right?
You beat him or he's making a coaching video on you.
You'll immortalize you in video, in media.
Yeah. You make a mistake, he's criticizing you while he's beating you.
Yeah, he'll make the uninstall candidate of the week video.
Who is it for the next week? We'll have to see until the next Friday show.
Great.
So anyway, that's why I picked. That's why I excluded them. Although obviously they have every bit of a chance to go right to the top. But I excluded them for that reason because I had to pick someone. And of course, you could make the same argument for Balls of Fury and guys getting up to play against you, Slick. But I'm going to say in this one, that's why I left them up. But why Miracle Whiff? Now you have your chance. Beat them up.
So Slick, you want to go first?
Yeah, but why Miracle Whip? Like I said before, I think if Salty and what's the other guy? Brotato. I mean, they're a crazy duo when they're playing well together. Brotato and Salty can definitely pop off, but I think their consistency is what worries me and why I don't have them. The Joshola, he's consistent. Crow, from what I've seen out of him, he's been way more consistent than these other guys, and he's been doing really well. But yeah, these two guys, they're wild players in their own sense. They're so good. They're so good. But I think they're more susceptible to trip up and unfortunately get themselves knocked out early.
Yeah.
Something could maybe be said too for Dax and his lack of appearance on the pitch outside of tournament time. So that could be something, and someone might say, and he's listening right now too. So, maybe you think, okay, it's seasoned enough as a team to get in there and in the playoffs. I mean, I still picked him as up there because I think I saw him make some pretty decent plays, regardless of not practicing last match I seen him in. But anyway, what do you think about Miracle Whiff? Lego, what's up to you?
They're at the top for a reason, but I would have to agree.
Who? Dax?
I don't think he's played a game.
No,
Dax has not played.
I didn't want to touch on Dax because.
Well, you got listen. He's still scoring goals, but if he could get that much better, how much more of a problem?
If I'm looking at the third player of each team, if I'm looking at If Only, or if I'm looking at Dax, I'm gonna take If Only every day. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
just not. Yeah, we haven't seen Dax online a whole bunch
at all.
So maybe we could have a little more Dax on Rocket League. I saw you practice the one time before your match. You did pretty good, but I want to see you score goals a little more than like 3 before 3. I mean, I don't know.
We love you. We want to see more. We want to see more.
We need more Rocket League streams, Dax. We need more Rocket League streams. I see you cookies calling him out for Swator. You've been doing it. No.
I'd be curious to see the chat. Not that we'll sit and read, but as we're talking here, I'd love to see the chat give us two top picks, one dark horse. Just you can individually post it in there. 2 top picks, 1 dark horse. It'd be interesting to see what you guys think. Yeah, throw it out there and rumble it around a little bit. So, hey, there you go. Looks like we agree on a lot of stuff.
Blitz dark horse.
Blitz dark horse.
Yeah,
I think that's biased. That might be biased.
Well, I see where he's coming from, and yeah, it's biased. Blitz. Okay, here's the thing about Blitz. If Jakuda-Khan gets a proper warm up in with his teammates, he will be on fire. He will be saving every shot you put at him, and he will be scoring a lot of goals. So it's possible. I want to see what they do in the wildcard game. I think they might win that wildcard game, but we won't go any further than that.
Josh's snap and BBG
I'll come back
top.
next week.
8th dark horse. Crow though.
8th dark horse. That's a good pick.
Of course, that's interesting. That's cool.
Crow is picking Sweet and Sour Rocketeers and
good pick.
And Balls of Fury as the top 2, but they're playing in the first round. So stay with us, Crow. Stay with us.
We're seeing a lot of snap, in Galactica.
You could have one of you goes to the loser bracket and then you come back up.
I guess that's possible. Yeah.
So it's
that's
doable.
True. Won't be us.
Dark Horse BBG.
I guess it's
Dax. I don't know if that's how that works, but okay. Top 2 and then you Dark Horse.
Dark Horse.
This is your Dark Horse.
BBG.
I won't blame you. That is a Dark Horse. By all means.
Liquid Way making a good
man.
point. He's predicting, maybe, or at least if it happens, 8th going to the lower bracket and then ripping it up, and that's actually pretty good.
That could
It
definitely
will
happen
depend
there.
on that wild card game. That's what we're interested to really watch, which is
But we could get
next Sunday.
like I said, Miracle Whiff is susceptible to tripping possibly in the beginning, but that's what they did last season, and they actually worked their way through the lower bracket, almost making it to the grand final. So I mean, if they do get pushed to the lower, they're gonna definitely cause some damage there.
They're also kind of doing a reverse thing because they've done really well so far now. So I wonder.
It's gonna happen at some point.
I don't want to say anything conclusively, but this might be the reverse Miracle Whiff of last season.
Reverso Uno.
Which L Train is happy to get off of that right now. Probably. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know.
Awesome.
It's gonna be interesting. Playoffs are gonna be exciting. I'm really excited for that wild card game. Pregame show
That's
for
gonna
that
be
is
great.
Friday, and then it's gonna start on Sunday. Is there anything else that we can go over as we hit the 1 hour 40-minute,
What?
35-minute mark here? We are.
That's how long
I took too
we've been
long.
doing
I
it?
took too long on my
No,
consensus
there's no
of the
way, really?
teams.
Holy cow.
Wow. Wow. How
I
many
have to shut
total
up
games
more.
overall do we have? Like, when's the deadline for games? Sunday, correct?
Sunday. That's the
Sunday's
last
the
game.
last game.
Are they
Yeah.
all scheduled?
Yeah. That's the last game.
Last game. Wow.
Last game of lads. Round robin.
Can't wait.
Round robin.
Cannot wait.
Awesome.
All right, cool. We're gonna wrap it up because I ramble too much and I give you.
Dang, we rambled.
Oh, you didn't.
No,
people talking
that's
about stuff.
that's my fault. I'm taking the blame on this one.
Oh, that was great though, guys.
It was good.
Don't apologize for greatness, Lego.
Thank you.
Where else are you gonna be on a Friday night?
Next
But
time,
right here.
at the dartboard. I don't know.
Oh, I did it the wrong way. Okay, wait, Phoenix, you got a hand or high five.
How do we?
Okay. I think
gotta,
it's like
which
this.
way do I have to go? This way. This
I gotta
way?
watch the Twitch stream. I think.
Oh, we're off now. Can't do it.
We're off.
Yeah.
Okay, forget it. All right. Well, enjoy the video. Oh, he put us back on. Hold
Oh,
on.
I'm doing Lego. Legos. We're at high five. Bam. Got Lego. And I did it.
I just wanted a high five.
All right, we're gonna go to the video. We're gonna go to the video. All right. Enjoy the video. Produced by Nth James this time, I believe. Doing our weekly Rocket Lads matchup. Hype it up. Get ready for the last match on Sunday. And until next time,
Let's go.
stay grounded.
Stay grounded.
Sorry, not sorry, Josh.